Hi, I'm Karen Duval from the payroll office at Lamar State College, Port Arthur. I wanted to provide this recording to help employees learn how to complete a Banner leave report. Since the Banner leave report is part of the self-service module, the first thing you need to do is to log into your Lamar PA account. So let's get started. When you log into your Lamar account, you'll have a screen similar to what I have here. You'll need to locate your My Services card and click on that card, and it'll take you to your profile screen. From there, you need to click on the set of four boxes in the upper left corner and then Banner. And then because we are needing to access the employee self-service system, we will click on Employee. When you access the employee self-service system, you'll land on the employee dashboard. On the dashboard, you'll be able to view your leave balances, and under Activities, you'll have a blue button that will allow you to access the leave report system. If you click on the blue button, you get this summary screen. It'll show your position and your department, and it'll list the leave reports you have available. You can see at this time I only have my August leave report available for me to complete. And here I have a status of in progress. What that means is that this is not the first time that I have been to this report. I've opened it previously, and in fact, I've already entered 8 hours into the report. If this had been the first time to open the report, the screen would look a little bit different. You'd have a button somewhere about here that says Start Leave Report. Being that I have already opened my report, I have this little informational icon. I can click on that to get information about my leave report. It shows when I started the report. More importantly, it shows when it's due, and it also lists my approver. So to actually get into the leave report, I want to click my in progress indicator, or if you have the start leave report button, you'd want to click that instead. But when I press that, I get to my leave report. This is your leave report. It's basically like an Outlook calendar. It has arrows to the left and right so that you can scroll forward and backward through the month. You can see here that these days are grayed out, and that's because they belong to a prior period. Remember, I am working on an August report that starts here on Saturday. So the days to the left belong to July, and I can no longer enter information for those days. So I'm going to move forward into the month and show you how to enter leave. The first thing you need to do is, of course, select the day. So I'm going to use Tuesday the 4th. Once I select the day, I'll select my code, and then I'll put in my hours. Now, if I put in a single digit, the system understands that to be a whole number, but I could put it as 4.0 or 4.00. I can enter any number up to 2 decimal places. And I always follow my entry with a save. Once I press save, you can see that 4 hours has been populated into the box, and the detail for those hours is provided below. I can add an additional code for the same day by using the Add Earn Code feature here. When I click on that, I get a new box. I can select an additional code and put in hours, and when I press save, now I have 8 hours for the day, and the detail is provided below. I can edit my entry by using the little pencil icon. When I click on that, it allows me to change the number portion of my entry. If I needed to change the code, I would have to delete the line and start over. Being that I am going to edit, I'm going to change my hours, and when I press save, the system has recalculated my hours so that I have 6 hours in the box, and the detail is provided below. To delete an entry, I'd go to the far right and use this little delete button or icon here. The delete process is a three-part process, and I'll show you what I mean. I first click delete, and then it makes me go up top to confirm the deletion. When I do that, the line has disappeared. Remember, there was a line for sick, but my hours in the box don't match the detail, and that's because I haven't completed that third part. I have to press save. When I do, I now have 2 hours in the box and the detail matches. The next thing I want to show you is the copy feature. That's the little button here in the middle. It allows me to copy from one day to another day or actually to several days if I wanted to. So if I wanted to copy these 2 hours of vacation, I would click the copy button and then select the days that I want to copy to. The days don't have to be in order. I can just click whatever days I want to copy and press save. When I do, you can see that the 2 hours of vacation has been copied to the days that I selected. I now want to show you what happens when you claim hours for facility closure or something like that. I'll do that on the 20th. I'll select my day, select facility closure, and put in hours for the whole day. When I do that, I get this red notification here. To read the message, I click on it, and it's warning me about possible insufficient leave balance for facility closure. What that's actually saying is when this entry posts, I'm going to have a negative balance for facility closure. The reason for that is because we don't earn time for facility closure. There's never a time that hours are added to the account. So anytime we post an entry, it's always going to put us into the negative. Now you're going to get that message anytime you claim leave for a code that you don't earn time for. So that's going to be facility closure, weather closure, holiday, bereavement, jury duty, any of those things. If you get this message in response to an entry for vacation or sick leave, that's a different story. You'd want to investigate that. But in this case, I know it's nothing to be concerned about, so I'm just going to click off the message and move on. This little icon here allows you to post a comment to your leave report. So you just type in your comment, and you only get one comment for the entire report. It's not like you can put a comment for each day or anything like that. But when I press save, I get this yellow notification. It alerts the reader that there is a comment to be viewed. There is a comment. I can view the comment by clicking on the icon, and there's my comment. And you can see I have the ability to edit or delete the comment, just like I showed you previously. Now, if I was ready to submit my leave report, there's nowhere on this screen that has a submit button. That's because I first have to preview my report before I can submit it. So again, if I want to submit my report, I'd first click the preview button in the far right corner of the screen. And when I do that, I get this summary. It provides a total for each of the earn codes that I've reported on my report. And if I scroll down further, I get a breakdown of the hours for each week. It doesn't tell me what makes up those hours, whether it was vacation or sick or whatever, but I do get this breakdown. Now, what's not available is an option to print this report in like a calendar view. If I needed to get more information on the details of my leave report, I'd have to go back into the report and view it. Here's an opportunity in this box here to either edit the comment that I put in previously, or I could add a comment before submitting my report. You can see the submit button is grayed out, and that's because I first have to certify my report. If I click on the certification, I'm certifying that everything on the report is true and correct, and I'm responsible for everything on it. Once I click that certification, now the submit button has been enabled, and I could submit the report to my approver. I'm not ready to do that right now, so I'm just going to X off that. The last two things I want to show you are up in this corner here in the upper corner. Leave balances. When I click on leave balances, it gives me a quick snapshot of my balances. They're the same balances that I saw before on the dashboard. This is just an easier way to get here without leaving the screen. I want to point out that these balances haven't changed. It doesn't matter that I've put stuff into the leave report. It doesn't recalculate balances. No update is done until the leave report has been submitted and approved. So you're not going to see any change in these balances during your session of completing your leave report. The last thing is the restart leave report option. If you get into your leave report and you just make a big mess of it, you just want to start over, here's your redo button. When you click on that, it warns you about losing your data. If you're convinced that that is what you want to do, then you would go ahead and click the Restart Leave. When you do that, everything's been wiped away. There's no longer any comments, and there are no entries on the report. And that is really all there is to know about Banner leave reports. I hope you found this recording helpful. In the event that you experience any problems or issues while completing your report, please don't hesitate to give us a call. I provided the contact numbers for the payroll office on the next slide. Remember, you can always press escape to exit this recording.